Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Vocaloid reaction. Today we have a song from YanagiP, as requested by Devent and my executive producers. This is a 1,000-Year Solo. I mentioned a few weeks ago, I believe, that I hadn't heard a KAITO song in a while, and Devent was like, bet. So here we are. I'm going to be listening to this one. To my knowledge, I haven't heard this one. It's very possible. It's by YanagiP. They've been around forever. It's possible I've heard this one over the years. I used to be pretty into Vocaloid, so it's kind of a hit or miss, but I won't know if I don't listen. So without further ado, let's go! Ah, yes. That crusty... Was this 360? Yeah, 360p. I was like, for all I know, it could have been 240. Okay. All right. It's not sounding familiar. Love the flamenco style going on here. Really nice bass line, actually. Ooh. Yes, Jesus. I'm just vibing with the instrumental. This is like the vocal range I remember KAITO really sticking around in and being very solid in for the few songs I've heard. I just love the flamenco, like Spanish, like upbeat feel. It's got such a good vibe to it. There's got to be a hook here at some point. There's going to be like a bridge or something. I wouldn't mind if there wasn't, but I feel like there's something coming. Like there's a part I haven't heard yet. Oh, up. I was right. Short one. Not that I'm complaining. More time to vibe. It's a really good chorus. I love the, like, you can probably see my arm moving. I'm like air guitaring with the strum pattern. I love the flamenco strum pattern. Oh. enough, it kind of reminds me of Tusk by Fleetwood Mac in the chorus, at least. Nothing else about it at all, but just the vibe it has, that specific rhythm. It just reminds me so much of that, but I also love that song, so here we are. All right, so YanagiP, always been really good. That's never really a surprise whenever we get to one of these, but it's always nice to have a consistent composer out there, you know? Somebody who's just always putting out something that's fire, no matter what it is. And that's, I think, been the case for YanagiP's entire career, frankly. This being a great example of that starting way back when, and having a song that fully encapsulates that amazing, like, bolero flamenco energy in this. A song that's Japanese. You wouldn't really expect that randomly, just the blend of cultures wasn't, especially at that time, really as much of a thing. Now it is, but like, yo, like you were taking some inspiration from some really fun places. And like I was saying, I was like air guitaring to the flamenco pattern. I love that guitar pattern. I can't play it for shit. I can barely play guitar, but it's a really cool pattern, and I love the way it feels. Just as a percussionist, that's something that I've always loved, the rhythm of that part of the world. The way that they structure their rhythms in especially Latin America has just always gotten to me. I fucking love it. It's something you could dance to no matter what it is, and this song is definitely no exception. As far as the composition, like the chord progression goes, pretty simple. You could actually play this pretty much entirely by using D minor, B flat, G minor, A, but then we do have way later in the song that key change we get, which I believe changes it to E minor, and then I'm not entirely sure. I think it might go down to G and then C, A minor, somewhere in that. I'm not sure. I think it comes back up to D, like. And that's kind of where it is. I'm not 100% on that. There's a lot of variety and variation in this song, which is part of it being what inspired it. The genre it's borrowing from has a lot of that, a lot of active movement in their music, just even in the structure of the chords. So there's quite a bit of bouncing back and forth between the chords I just played for you there and the ones before. Pretty much every variation you can imagine with those in there. I'm also pretty sure it goes down to an E flat a couple of times, but there's a lot of wiggle room in music theory. A lot of notes are played on a lot of different chords, and in that you can get a lot out of a few different chords, and the structures of them could be spread between different chords. So that's why music theory is the way it is. You can borrow things and match them with other things, and obviously here we have a chord change, so there's even more to borrow from and build from for that second part, that very end. And it's like, dude, I mean, it's fun. It's a blast. That's kind of a core feature of this genre as a whole, and the reason that I love it so much is because it's so lively, and they nailed this. YanagiP fucking nailed that energy. I love it so much. Also, KAITO's voice on this song, really well tuned. I didn't really notice anything that like took me out of it. Sometimes there are weird Vocaloid tunings that just kind of don't sit well in the ear. This is not one of those cases. And again, somebody who was doing this years ago, like a decade plus ago, and already understood how to do it so well. And that's one of my favorite things in the Vocaloid and like V-synth community, is that when people get it, they've got it. And of course, you could learn how to get that special something, but some people, I swear, are just born with it, and it's not Maybelline, it's just straight up luck. And I think that's people like YanagiP who just get it at an intrinsic native level, and they're able to take advantage of all these little things that we peons could never hope to imagine, or are now too afraid to, because people like YanagiP exist. And by all means, if you're trying to get into this sort of thing, do it. Do not let time keep going by. Get started. Work on it. It's awesome. You can become YanagiP. You just have to put in the effort a little bit more than other people sometimes. And YanagiP definitely put in the effort despite everything else. Like, I'm sure they were composing years before they started doing anything with Vocaloid. Not sure how exactly true that is, but it feels like they understood understood music before they showed up. And that in itself is a learning curve that even the most naturally talented of people in the world have to go through some of in order to get to where they are and make pieces like this that are able to evolve beyond just the basic chord progressions they are and actually stay true to the genres and the influences that they're coming from. That's why this song hits so hard for me. Not just KAITO's really nice tuning, not just YanagiP's really good composition, it's just the mix of everything. The true experience that comes from music like this is always what gets me hyped on it, and why I love songs like this, and why they work the way that they do, and they feel so good when you're playing them, because you don't just get a little bit of some various knowledge bits and pieces out there. It doesn't matter where you come from, how new you are to music, or how far you've been into music before you're starting to actually do something with it instead of just keeping it to yourself. The fact that you can. You know, I love music. Shocker here. I'm yapping about loving music and how if you're interested in it, go start composing. And if you're already composing, fan-fucking-tastic. Do it again. Do it more. Keep going. Don't fucking give up. Never give up, dude. It's shit like this that pulls that energy out of me. It sounds goofy because it's just boilerplate, you know, hype manning, really. But, like, it's true. It's really true. And if you ever want me to get to a song of yours that you're like, hey, I've spent these years working on this, that's possible. You just have to get there. I haven't even gotten there myself. I am also self-conscious about putting anything I've done together out there in the world because it's scary, right? Fuck, it's scary. But at the same time, it's still something that we as artists really want to do, and people like YanagiP have been doing for so long that it probably feels trivial to an extent, but I'm sure they're still shaking in their boots when they have to put out one of those big releases they've been spending their entire life on for a couple of months, just trying to get that little piece perfect, because no matter how experienced you are in art, you are going to struggle with the final result and hate the outcome, and that's part of the love of the game. So if you are trying, do it. Keep going. Stop giving up. Don't put that pencil down. Open up FL Studio, whatever you gotta do, and get to fucking work. Because songs like this experience level, is what comes out of it when you know what you're doing and you know how to apply all these different things and take inspiration from the world and take all that, put it in a bowl and set it in front of us and be like, eat, bitch. And like, I am hungry. Give me more music. You know, like I'm just one of many people out there who probably have that same belief and that sentiment is shared. It's just beautiful. And like I mentioned, I haven't heard a KAITO song in a while, so that's also adding to it the little bit of nostalgia that's clicking in my brain that's like, man, this song feels like it was done in the early 2000s, like mid 2000s. But also I would have been in like, what, 5th grade at that point, so it's not like I was exactly Mozart. I didn't just wake up and start making shit, neither did he. You know, there's another example of it. Even the greatest talents of all time had to work at it in order to get there. But to be honest, I feel like I lost the plot of this video a while ago. I sat there for a second going, man, did I have a point? And I think my point is, do art. You know, be gay, do art. But at the same time, it's still, I love this. This is exactly the type of like high I search for when I listen to music. Even if this is more nostalgia fueled than it could be, it's a factor of it being a brilliant piece and pulling that emotion out of me. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there watching this or not that want to do that for other people and themselves. So like, I'm just trying to encourage you to do that. But I also believe I lost the plot on what I was trying to say musically about this song because it's just good. I think the core of what I said earlier about how they're borrowing all these influences and placing them into this song and having it be this good and feel this freeing and just jovial in general is such a good composition. I already showed you the chords, so like all of that's been basically covered, but it's just, it feels good. It really does. It just feels good. It made me yap. It made me lose my train of thought because I was just running down that nostalgic highway and enjoying myself. And that should be a goal for pretty much any musician, to just have a song hit and resonate with a listener. That's got to be the highest high of all time. So I think I'm done yapping here. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you have another song you want me to get to, by all means drop in the comments below and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if you want to guarantee something, much like Devin did for this one, you can go to my Patreon or my YouTube memberships where you can force me to listen to something. Doesn't matter what it's from, who it's by, if it's good or bad, none of that matters. That's why it's a guarantee. But if you don't want to do any of that, maybe just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that. And I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!